Welcome to Starcraft. I'm Dreadbean, joined by Sapphire. Our featured match is the second between Az, the red Protoss, and mOOnGLaDe, the purple Zerg. Now, this is Steps of War, and should be a good second match.
Yeah, really, once again, mOOnGLaDe being stunned by Az's Templar usage. His Templar usage in the quarterfinals, where these two first met, was just so strong, and he 2-0'd mOOnGLaDe, and he's already won up in this best of three. So, mOOnGLaDe's really going to have to come up with an answer for this high Templar play, because so far, Az has just been so strong in the macro, and always being defensive, and not really interested in suiciding on mOOnGLaDe's main and just getting High Templars online with a really good economy while he harasses. And it's just mOOnGLaDe's had no answer. And this is mOOnGLaDe we're talking about. One of the most hyped up players in Australia, and one of the best players in Australia, not to mention one of the best Zergs in the world. And he just had no answer for Az, who's just playing really, really solid and really, really well. So yeah, really excited to see what mOOnGLaDe's going to do, and whether or not Az is once again going to go for those High Templars.
Yeah, it's been the same real setup for for all these games now. I wonder if he's going to try anything too crazy, any like proxy business, any early forge, something crazy really. Meanwhile, mOOnGLaDe is working on this pylon of Az's here just to try and maybe throw Az a bit off. Have to make him think about that a tiny bit, but. Very curious to see mOOnGLaDe's response to all this Az domination so far.
Yeah, we are seeing a faster spawning pool here from mOOnGLaDe. It looks like a 13 pool. And given this positioning that mOOnGLaDe's Overlord and Drone are picking up here, I don't think we're going to see like a 15 hatch. We may see a faster gas coming online this time for mOOnGLaDe. Then again, it is mOOnGLaDe, so he might just opt to just ignore this fast position gateway that Az is thrown down here. I like this positioning. I mean, it's a little bit vulnerable from attack from the left side, from underneath, but with putting here and putting a second gateway next to it, it means that units will have to funnel up and head towards the right hand side, and one cannon in there should be pretty nice. Although it is a little bit weak from this left hand side if it's attacked there. But no, so far, it looks like mOOnGLaDe is saving up money for that hatchery. No gas going down, so we may actually see mOOnGLaDe throw down that hatchery. Az is very wisely keeping a scout out for it, but we are seeing this first Zealot come into the base now. 4 Zerglings popping out to deal with this. He really needs to get his Queen online, which is at halfway, but 4 Zerglings going to have to deal with a Zealot and a Probe, which Az is just thinking better of, because now he's got 6 Zerglings on the map. These Zerglings going for a surround. This could be bad for Az if these Zerglings get the surround. As they do, oh, this is terrible for Az. He's going to take out no Zerglings. He doesn't take any Zerglings, just 2 getting very low there. Really good control there by mOOnGLaDe, really recognizing the danger and playing well. But it looks like Az is now transitioning into Forge Fast Expand, so we're probably going to see some cannons coming online while we see the second backup pylon online. So just interested to find out whether mOOnGLaDe is now going to expand, and it looks like he is going to expand. Finally getting his gas online now. Very late gas. He must have suspected something, especially considering this is steps, and it's so common to see early pressure from Protoss. But mOOnGLaDe reacted to it well, got out Zerglings and his Queen in time. Second Queen coming online now, and his gas coming online. He has a lot of mineral stockpiled though, so this is a consequence of his no gas play. He does have a lot of minerals to spend, which is can be advantageous. Just a question of whether Az decides to build up for a timing push or just commits to this Forge Fast Expand and techs to High Templars once again, because his High Templar usage is so strong that I think mOOnGLaDe should really think about trying to end this game a little bit earlier before Az's Templars kick in.
If you're Az, I don't know how you don't go High Templars. I know it's, I'm sure mOOnGLaDe thinks that's exactly what's coming on, but I mean, mOOnGLaDe's known it's coming for a while now, and he just hasn't had any response. Like, I'd be very surprised if he goes anything but that until mOOnGLaDe can prove that he can actually stop it. Now, these Zealots are moving into the base, so we'll see if they can do any damage in the meantime.
Yeah, looking for an expansion denier here. This could be really bad for mOOnGLaDe if he's forced to cancel the expansion, especially considering he can commit to this no gas build. This Queen coming in, the expansion finishing, mOOnGLaDe not opting for a cancel. Now the Zerglings coming in. Az may commit to the hatch drop. No, more Zerglings piling in. A lot of Zerglings there. The Queen in really good positioning. And these Zealots are trapped here. Good surround again by mOOnGLaDe. These Zealots trying to go for the hatch drop, but they should have committed to that earlier. I don't think they're going to get there. This is terrible for Az. mOOnGLaDe's hatchery is in serious peril now, because a Zealot run by will put him in bad shape. But now the initiative is all in mOOnGLaDe's court. Az trying a sneaky Zealot there, see if he could sneak it past, but unfortunately for Az, he's not going to get it through. There might have been a missed rally point here. And no, it does look like that rally point's okay. So that was just Az trying to sneak by to do a finishing hash drop. But mOOnGLaDe's getting roaches on the field now, so he's mixing up this unit composition. A little bit worried about that early push from Az here, but Az is just committing to this wall, and more zealots churning out. So he's really trying to get his Nexus online and build up from there. But at this point, once again, he's kind of evened out in the expansion stakes, not letting mOOnGLaDe pull ahead, and it's actually got a 31/29 harvester advantage, and his income is a little bit higher. So once again, in the macro stakes, Az is in front, he's applied that early pressure, so I like Az's position here.
Yeah, just more gateways going down. Another gateway for Az. So he's so far just wanting to really fortify this ground army while there's so many Zerglings and Roaches about to be on the field. So after that initial push, it looks like Az is very happy just to really fortify this wall, because he doesn't want to let this game end before he can get those I would assume those High Templars out before they can do some damage. A robotics facility is going on the field right now though, so we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, I like this play by Az. He is getting Warp Gate research online, and he's been chronobusting that, and he's also chronobusting +1 ground weapons. Unfortunately for mOOnGLaDe, so far he hasn't scouted this, so he didn't see the chronoboost being used on the cycle there. His Overlord needed to be a little bit more to the left so that he could pick up that scouting information while still under the protection of the cliff. Looks like we are seeing mOOnGLaDe queuing up a Sacrifice Overlord. You can see the Overlord's rally points there just to try and pick up that information. Good timing on that Sacrifice Overlord. mOOnGLaDe is always really top-notch with his timing on these sack overlords. Just a bit unfortunate that he wasn't able to get that ledge positioning correct, because he would be able to see this cybernetics core being chrono boosted to get those warp gates online. And warp gates are now online, so with all these gateways being warped in, looks like 5 gate at the moment, 5 gate into robotics with a robotics bay, but mOOnGLaDe is picking up all this information. He's got to know Colossi are most likely on the way, possibly even Immortal Colossi, and Overlord speed even coming in. So it looks like this Overlord will actually get out of his base, getting out all the information, even heading towards the expansion to see if there's any sneaky business there. Surprising to see Az going straight for Colossi and not getting the Templar Archives online, like that's been so favourable for him. But he is pushing out with these Zealots now, so we're just going to see what they can do.
Yeah, these Zealots about to party with these Zerglings and these Roaches, but there's so many Roaches there that you have to be very, very careful. They're getting surrounded, all these Zealots, and they're getting taken out one by one. They're going to have to start to push back, because he just didn't have enough of them to really fight that. He really needed some Stalkers or some Sentries, or just more Zealots, really, because there was just so many Roaches, and they just cleaned up quite handily there.
Yeah, we are seeing that Spy come online for mOOnGLaDe. So mOOnGLaDe's scouting, providing pure dividends here, immediately seeing the robotics bay, realizing Colossi are on the way, so knows he needs to get Corruptors out to mix into his Roach Ball here. So he's going to have Hydra Roach with Corruptors, which is a really good unit composition to fight mass gateway units with Colossi. It's going to come down to the execution of the fight, but I feel that mOOnGLaDe's position is much stronger this game. We saw a similar use of Colossi in the previous games against us, but he was backing them up with High Templars, but mOOnGLaDe's scouting's just been top-notch, and he's going to get those Corruptors online much faster this game, so I think that might provide a bit of a difference maker. But Az just has such good economic at the moment, with 2 more gateways coming down, so he's 7 gatewaying with a robotics facility online, and his first Colossi coming online, as well as extended thermal lance, which is just so crucial. And just a bit of map control right now as mOOnGLaDe starts to get his second expansion so he can 3-base here, but Az, always top-notch with the scouting, gets his observer there to see it all. So right now, I like mOOnGLaDe's play, but Az also looking strong. Looks like a bit of a Mexican standoff with both players building up and getting their macro to really kick in.
Yeah, I mean, both of these players really like their build. I mean, there's just, once again, mOOnGLaDe's army is Roach Hydra, and it just really has to come down to how well he can micro them. And of course,